This week marks the 10th anniversary of Superstorm Sandy.
Over the past decade, senior investigative reporter Walt Kane has followed many survivors as they try to navigate the long road home.
And tonight, the final chapter on 3 of those stories.
I can't believe that after all this time, we're finally sitting in your kitchen and you're home.
I know. It feels good. And I'm glad you are able to share this with us because you've helped us along the way a lot, and we appreciate it.
For Jim and Carol Ferrioli of Middletown, Superstorm Sandy was the beginning of an 8-year battle to get back home.
If it wasn't for my wife, I would have just walked away. It was just too much. It was too much.
Their state-approved contractor took $64,000 in grant money to elevate their home and then walked away, leaving the house and their lives hanging.
And when he lifted it up unevenly and left it up in the air for 4.5 years, and you saw how many times you came and watched things just fall out of the house.
But that was just the beginning. As they tried to deal with contractor fraud, the Ferriolis' mortgage company refused to give them a forbearance, even though it was required by state law. The company only backed down after we started asking questions.
The fight with the mortgage company fortunately ended better because of a lot of help that we had from you.
The Ferriolis made it home in August of 2020. The contractor who defrauded them, Jamie Lawson, had already been released from prison a year earlier.
I don't even want to, you know how I feel. I just want to cry.
Since Sandy, Kane in Your Corner has helped dozens of families like the Ferriolis.
Now this isn't even bolted down.
Steve and Jean Fritz were also victims of contractor fraud.
You can shake the whole freaking house.
Their work had to be redone.
It's starting from scratch.
They finally returned home in 2017.
It's like starting all over again. It's like moving into a new home.
And Paula and Mike Galida lost their home in Ortley Beach, but were told all grant money had been awarded.
If you lose everything and you don't get a dime out of it, it kind of makes you feel like you're a second-class citizen.
The Galidas cleaned out their retirement accounts to rebuild their home. They applied for $150,000 in the next round of grants to replace their savings. They only got $42,000. Still, they consider themselves lucky. They made it home. As we told you yesterday, thousands of people, like Sharon Zappia and Robert Lukasiewicz, are still not finished or face clawbacks.
You have to get money out to people more quickly, and it has to be in a system that people can understand and navigate, because that has not happened, and it doesn't look like it's happening again.
There's times where you bring up Sandy and people are like rolling their eyes like, oh God, really another one? Like, tired. People are tired of hearing about it, but it's real.
The Ferrioli story isn't just one of perseverance. Theirs is also a love story.
Thank God for her, because I would have thrown my hands up and said, you know what, have it, and walked away.
When Sandy hit, Jim and Carol had just started dating. They've now been married over 5 years, and Jim says his wife is the only reason he has a home to return to.
The paperwork, the running, the doing, all the phone calls, and you still have a life that you have to take care of. So to get that all done, it was just too much. I would have walked away. She saved the house. She saved everything.
If you're a Sandy survivor still struggling to get home, or you know something else we need to investigate, call me at 732-738-KANE. Email KaneInYourCorner@news12.com or find me on social media. I'm Walt Kane, News 12.